great way to start the meeting. So our first talk is going to be the Lake Huron Sea Lamp report, and Gil Brabner from DFO will be giving this one.
Okay, thanks, Lisa. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that. Good job, Arun. So yeah, Sean Nowicki's on the agenda. She was supposed to be here to present this. She couldn't make it due to travel restrictions. I'm going to make this really brief because most of the people in the room are here for the Lamprey Commons session, and probably getting lampreyed out. So I'll keep it to just about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to start off here with the fish community objectives for Lake Huron going back to 1995. There's actually two of them. One is outdated because it talks about milestones by the year 2000 and 2010. So this is the one I'm going to focus on, and it's reducing sea lamprey abundance to achieve other objectives. So basically just reducing sea lamprey abundance as much as possible below our targets. And for this objective, we've got two different metrics that we use, and we have targets for each. The adult index, which the target is 31,300, and the marking rate, which is 5 marks per 100 lake trout. So I'll just jump right into the results. Actually, first I'm just got a slide just to remind you how the adult index is calculated. So it's based on trapping, spring trapping, trapping the adult lamprey as they're migrating upstream. It gives us an index of relative abundance. We have 6 index streams that are trapped every year. At each of these streams, we get population estimates using mark recapture, and then the adult index is just the sum of these estimates. So we have a nice long time series and a nice steady target, so we can just compare how we're doing over time. So this is where we're at. The blue line shows the 3-year mean, which is what we use to determine if we're at targets or not. So that 3-year mean is 43,000. So obviously we're above the target of 31,000. Just gives you a nice picture of where we've been over the past 30 years or so. Okay, and then I'll go to the other status metric that we use, and that's lake trout marking rate. This is number of marks per 100 large lake trout. Again, we've got the target. We just got this, the 2024 value from Ted Tresca just in the past few days. It was around 6, I think it was 6.1 marks, that 2024 point. So the mean is now 5.9, just above the target. So that's basically what I wanted to show you. It's where we're at for the status. We're above target on both of those metrics that we use. Now I just have just a few slides just to kind of highlight what we did in 2024. Start off with barriers. You've heard a lot about barriers if you were here for the common session. One of the two primary control methods that we use. In Lake Huron, we've got 13 barriers that are purpose-built, built by the GLFC, owned by the GLFC, and we inspect those and maintain those, repair them when needed. So that was done in 2024. There's also around, over 100 other barriers that we call them first blockers, or they're critical barriers for sea lamprey control to contain the populations. A few noteworthy projects, the Trout River Dam, that one is going to be removed, was the decision. Nuns Creek, there's some work going on, collaboration to build a barrier and expand the hatchery capabilities there. Saginaw, Cass River, the Carrow Dam on the Cass River, there's some discussion ongoing with that decision analysis going to be starting. And then the Koshkoong River, it's one of our purpose-built low-head barriers. It's within an hour's drive here of Sault Ste. Marie on St. Joseph Island. It was repaired in 2024. There's a before and after picture at the bottom. Okay, larval assessment. You heard a lot about this too. It's the purpose is to just find the lamprey, find where the larval lamprey are, what streams they're in, how far up in the streams, and then measure the densities and rank streams for treatment. Also evaluate success of those treatments and the barriers. So in 2024, 115 water bodies surveyed, which is, I think, around average for our effort, and no new populations detected. For Lamprey treatments in 2024, 20 tributaries were treated, shown in the map here, and 3 lenticaries, and then the St. Mary's River is treated annually around 300 hectares. It is noteworthy to mention that there were 16 treatments that were deferred in Lake Huron in 2024. That's a larger number than normal. It's not uncommon to have a couple of them, but 16 was a lot, and the reasons for those deferrals are, there's a few reasons. Anything from species at risk to low water, environmental conditions, low water, high water, and also pending further discussions with Indigenous groups. SUPCON, just have one quick slide here on SUPCON. You've heard about that too. It's kind of a new initiative in the last 5 years or so to see if we can go into streams, small streams, and use things like trapping electrical barriers, sterile male release to control, basically reducing the reproduction, stopping the adults from reproducing, and use that as a supplement to barriers and lampreycides. And Lake Huron has 7 of the 13 SUPCON test streams. Just a couple of photos here of portable electrical barriers, black mallard and long lake outlet. Okay, so that almost wraps it up. This is just another kind of a recap for 2024, where we're at with those status metrics. It's just kind of the same thing, but using words instead of numbers. For the status, we can be either above the target or we've met the target. For both the adult index and the marking rate, we're above target. And then for the trend, we could be increasing or decreasing or flat, and it's a flat trend. No significant ups or downs in the past 5 years. Okay, and then just one last slide here to show our plans for 2025 lamprey treatments. 31 tributaries are planned, and 13 of those 31 are deferrals from that list of 16 that were deferred from last year. So really hoping to get on top of those and get those streams treated. Otherwise, the lamprey, the juveniles are going to be leaving those streams, and we're going to see an uptick in our status metrics likely in the next year or two. Okay, that's it, I think. Thanks.